indeed, and welcome into the Guest Room. That's right, this is the Guest Room podcast, a show where we like to play trivia games and we laugh along the way. I am your host, Mike. That's Kevin over there.
Qua?
That's Andy.
Bzz.
That's KD.
Toodaloo.
And R. That's... Do you think we have listeners that get that?
I know
I don't get that.
one listener
Same.
who might get it.
If
and
he's
one,
paying attention
Yeah.
during work.
Yeah, but the person who definitely knows what that is really should be a listener.
He should.
I wonder if he is.
Let's hit him up on the socials.
Let's do it.
Hey, thanks for listening today. We appreciate you guys. This is a show where we like to play Jeopardy. We do pub quizzes. Sometimes we got a game of 20 questions going, and we've got a few other things in the works that we're going to try out, see if they're a good audio format.
Where would people find us if they wanted to just see our initial efforts at trying those things out?
Yeah, if you want to see what it was like in the olden days, before we were live, you can go to our Patreon page. If you've never been to a Patreon page, to be honest, I hadn't until maybe a number of months ago. But go to Patreon, see what's going on there, and look us up, the Guest Room Podcast. And on our Patreon page, you can become a supporter of the show. There are multiple tiers, and as you increase your tier, you get various perks that come along. But one of those perks is exclusive content that starts at tier number 3 at the $5 tier. You get exclusive content. You get to hear what it was like when we were recording some of our older episodes, some that never made the original feed, but still some great gems in there. So go check that out. We'll also have some new content coming there as well. That's also where you can find some great merch. KD and I are both sporting our Guest Room branded hats right now. You can find all kinds of fun stuff there.
New merch coming even in the future probably as well. We have some initial stuff on there, but yeah.
Yeah, so check that out if you haven't been to our page yet. And yeah, let's get into it, guys. I think we've got a Jeopardy board coming, which I've been told, I don't know, some of the listeners have written in and told me that when we play Jeopardy on this show, it's called something like a Jeopardy. So this Jeopardy has been...
That was the worst one we've ever done.
Poor leadership there. KD, why don't you walk us through your category since you've prepared this board today?
All right. The first category is called Famous Greeks.
Why am I not surprised?
You ought not to be. The second category is Famous Cliques or Cliques.
Oh, gross. Kevin is vigorously shaking his head.
It's the shake of umbrage and disapproval.
The third category is Famous Geeks.
Wow.
No.
It's a little better than
Okay,
cliques.
wait. What do we got? Weeks?
There can't be famous leaks.
Meeks?
Oh, maybe leaks with an A.
I wanted to. I wanted there to be famous leaks. And I wanted there to be famous Sikhs, and there are none that I've heard of.
Meeks.
Beaks?
That is the most surprising thing.
Beaks?
Oh, Beaks. Beaks is probably good. And Weeks. I think Beaks and Weeks.
Would you guys like to keep going?
Yeah, let's do it.
The next category is Famous Peaks.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not a surprise.
Is that why you knew that the 5 highest volcanoes were in the Andes?
This might be true. Yes.
Interesting.
The next category is Famous Creeks.
Oh.
Why didn't we think of that?
It'd be...
Some of us call it a crick.
Do you actually?
None of us call it that.
Typically.
You're not from Memphis.
It's true.
And if you call it that, you can't be part of us.
Justin Zachary, if you're listening, shout out to you.
The final category was guessed. It is Famous Beaks.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Was cliques the 6th one you came up with?
No, it can't have been.
No, I think it was 4th. I think it went geek, Greek, peak, clique.
Okay.
So the person that will be starting us today is Andy.
Andy.
Well, guys, here we are. Another Katie board.
Yep.
Let's go with Famous Beaks for 100.
I do have a big nose, so I'm hoping I find myself on there.
Famous Beaks for 100. Edgar Allan Poe made this beak.
Kevin?
Andy.
The Raven.
Correct.
A rare 3 buzzer.
That
Famous
is rare.
beaks for 200.
All right. This hovering bird has a very high flapping rate. Kevin?
Hummingbird.
Correct.
Famous beaks for 300. I mean, I don't see another category I like better.
Ooh.
These birds are famous for being scavengers and being bald.
Andy. Andy.
Andy.
Buzzard.
Incorrect.
Vulture.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Vulture.
Correct.
Are they not the same thing?
Apparently not.
If they are, I was unaware. Googling.
I mean, if they were, why don't they just have one name?
In North America, a vulture is a vulture, a buzzard is a vulture, and a hawk is a hawk.
Yes, but this no.
Hold on.
But in the rest of the world,
a vulture is a vulture, and a buzzard is a hawk.
but we are in America.
I'm going to give it to Andy. You're not losing points, Kev. But
Am I losing the ones I got?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, then I am.
No, you're not. You're not going to negative.
We should both get the points.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'll take them too.
So buzzard, it's saying, is a synonym for vulture in America?
A buzzard is a type
Does
of...
anyone say buzzard?
Wait. It's a type of what?
It's a type... Buzzard is a type of vulture.
Straight from Google.
Yeah.
In North America, a vulture is a vulture, a buzzard is a vulture, and a hawk is a hawk.
Yep.
What? Who even asked about hawks?
I think it's because in the rest of the world, a vulture is a vulture, a buzzard is a hawk, and a hawk is sometimes a buzzard.
So a vulture's always a vulture.
Yes.
That's interesting.
So the flagon with the dragon has the brew that is true?
Ooh, but the vessel with the pestle has the pellet with the poison?
Wow.
Andy, the board is yours
400.
for 400. Meep. Watch out for this bird. Prancing. Andy?
Roadrunner.
Oh, I thought you were trying to do like a daily double sound or something.
Yeah, me too.
Nope.
That's yep?
Yeah,
Or
you
no?
got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He said no. 500.
500.
Just what you're used to hearing.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Probably the most famed type of this bird is Nigel, who delivered Marlin and Dory to P. Sherman.
Mike. Pelican.
Correct.
The most famous.
Do you know
Of all the famous pelicans, it's got to be Nigel. 600.
for 6?
Does have quite a beak, though.
This famous beak shares a name with an arguably more well-known plant.
Can you please repeat?
This famous beak shares a name with an arguably more well-known plant.
Mike.
Mike.
Bird of paradise.
Correct.
Whoa.
All right, that's one category gone. The board is yours, Mike.
Thank you, sir. I will go famous cliques for 100.
Famous cleats. All right. So these clues will be regarding famous groups of people.
Obviously. I was thinking of another category that could have been done, though. Dang it, I'm on Andy's wavelength again.
That was famous.
Famous gleeks.
Yeah.
As if there were famous 6 of them.
Oh, man. People keep track of these sorts of things.
I shouldn't have put clique in between Greek and geek.
No.
All right. For 100. This man led a cabal of senators in their assassination of Julius Caesar.
Kevin. Brutus.
Correct.
200.
For 2. Alexander Hamilton and John Adams were among the leaders of this early American political party.
Andy?
Andy?
Sons of Liberty?
Incorrect. Kevin?
The Whigs.
Incorrect.
200 points, please.
We were looking for the Federalists.
Huh.
They have papers, right?
They do. They do have papers.
Fun.
But do you know who the 3 authors of the
Sounds
Federalist
like
Papers were?
something Kevin and Katie would enjoy.
Kevin, it's your board.
It is. Madison, Hamilton, and Jay. Famous cliques for 300.
For 3. Partisans of this man rescued him off the island of Elba to reinstate him as
Andy.
Emperor. Andy?
Who's Napoleon?
Correct.
I thought it was Idris.
By the way, can we just point out that 2 of the answers so far are not groups of people?
I know. I'm referencing groups of people.
Yeah, it makes me mad.
Okay. I'm 400.
For 4. This 19th century American clique sported leaders such as Daniel Webster, Henry Clay, and John Quincy Adams, and is probably the coolest political party name ever.
Kevin. The Whigs.
Correct.
I was going to guess that, and I was like, that's not that cool.
It is.
Oh, okay.
That's objective.
500.
For 5. In the Russian Civil War, this man led the Bolsheviks to ultimate victory.
Mike. Vladimir Lenin
Correct.
and things?
I don't like that before and after. It's Lenin. It's not
Yes,
Lenin.
but it is the precedent for everything that's a bad before and after now. So
That's a good point.
600.
That's like one of the best clues of all time.
What? But it's not Vladimir Lenin.
Yes, but okay. Okay. Iron Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say that there's the worst dictators ever somewhere in there.
600, please.
For 600. Sometimes known as a remonstrance, followers of this man do not believe in the Calvinist doctrine of predestination.
Kevin. Arminius?
Correct. Jacobus Arminius. Nicely done. I thought that was really hard.
What's the score update after 2 categories, Mike?
Yeah, Andy with 900, Kevin with 1100, and Mike with 1600.
Let's do famous geeks for 100.
Famous geeks for 100. He founded Microsoft.
Andy.
Andy?
Bill Gates.
Correct.
200. There was a 50-50 chance there. Maybe even 33.
50,
For
33.
2? No?
200.
For 2.
Yeah.
This famous geek is the inventor of PayPal and the chief...
Andy.
Andy?
Elon Musk.
Correct. And the chief technology officer of SpaceX and a famously major shareholder of Tesla.
And also the Boring Company.
That's right.
Geeks for 3.
Geeks for 3. Now more of a tycoon, this guy used to be a geek when he founded an online bookseller in 1990. Andy?
Jeff Bezos.
Correct.
Oh, gosh, I couldn't think of his name for a second. 400.
For
Sure
4.
wasn't Roller Coaster?
In the 1890s, this famous geek touted his idea of the world wireless system, which would use static electricity. Andy?
Tesla.
Correct. Which would use static electricity to provide wireless power to any place in the
What is
world.
going on?
500.
For 5. This wheelchair-bound geek was the first to set out a theory of cosmology explained by the union of general theory of relativity and
Mike.
quantum mechanics. Mike?
Stephen Hawking?
Correct.
600.
Quantum mechanics. Kev is scowling.
600.
This famous geek started Napster in 2001.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the guy from the Italian Job.
If I give you just his first name, is that enough?
Jason Statham?
No, that is not enough. I need his last name.
Mark Wahlberg.
If I can tell you who played him in The Social Network,
No.
plus his first name, is that enough?
No.
Oh, wait.
No, you're not allowed to guess.
He's in the Social Network?
Yes.
What role does he play?
Ah, man.
But the fact that you only know his first name.
I'm so close to thinking of his last name in my head. Like, there's several that are kind of tossing around, and I'm not sure.
I've never seen that movie. Have you?
No.
KD?
Nope. Give it about 10 more seconds, Kev.
I wonder what this 10 seconds sounds like in real time.
It'll be like 2. Merp.
Sean.
Fanning. Sean Fanning.
Dakota's dad.
Nope. Played by Justin Timberlake in The Social Network.
Oh, yeah, he really does look like Justin Timberlake. Maybe Justin Timberlake looks like him. The board's halfway gone. What's the score?
Yeah.
That was not a good category. Just FYI.
More of that, please.
It was a very Andy category. Kevin with 1,100, Andy with 1,900, and Mike with 2,100. Only going for the big boys.
And big boys. So I believe the board is Mike's.
Yes, thank you. I will have famous gross for 100. Let's go famous Greeks.
Famous Greeks for 100. This Greek is known as the Great.
Mike. Alexander.
Correct.
Isn't he Macedonian?
Yeah, he's Greek too.
Okay.
He spoke Greek.
200.
200. This Greek was taught by Socrates and wrote the Republic.
Andy.
Mike.
Andy.
Aristotle.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Kevin. Plato.
Correct.
Famous Greeks for 300.
For 300. This famous Greek is a Milwaukee Buck and is Giannis'
Andy.
brother. Andy?
Oh, no. What's his name? I don't know. I don't know what his brother's name is.
Mike. Thanasis?
Yeah,
Antetokounmpo?
pronounced Thanasis, but you've got it. Thanasis is how it's spelled.
Is he really famous?
He's an NBA player.
he's in
I've
the
heard of
NBA.
him.
I've also heard of him.
Same.
400.
And to be fair, so have you. 400. This Greek is famous for his fables.
Mike,
Mike.
Aesop.
Correct.
Let's go 500, Your Honor.
This early doctor has an oath named after him.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Hippocrates.
Correct. Yep. I would pronounce it Hippocrates, but yeah, you're right.
Gross.
Hippogloss? Okay, famous Greeks for 6.
Referring to his bid to conquer the Roman Republic, this famous Greek is attributed as saying, "If we are victorious in one more battle with the Romans, we shall be utterly ruined." This famous Greek said, "If we are victorious in one more battle with the Romans, we shall be utterly ruined." Merp, merp, merp. We are looking for Pyrrhus. That's where we get Pyrrhic victory from.
That's where we get KD 600-point questions from.
Yep.
All right, what are the scores?
All right, going into 2 more categories, we've got Andy with 1,700, Kevin with 1,800, Mike with 2,900.
This is a game.
Yeah, but it's the wrong kind of game currently.
I think you just vastly prefer to destroy people in Jeopardy.
I do.
mean-
I like to go into Final Jeopardy not being able to lose.
Unless you make a terrible bid,
Wager. So I believe the board is still... No, it's Kev's.
It is.
Yep.
Oh, boy. Famous creeks for 100, please.
Famous creeks for 100. This South American river drains over half the
Mike.
continent. Mike.
The Amazon.
Correct.
So these aren't really
Makes me
creeks.
so mad. Yes.
You knew it was going to be rivers.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
I knew it was going to be rivers.
I thought it was going to be creeks.
Yeah. Okay. In case it's an answer, I want to hold back.
Just so you guys know, peaks is going to be mountains. Famous creeks for 200.
This famous creek isn't very long, but it flows into the North Sea after passing through London.
Andy.
Andy?
Thames.
Correct.
Are those like... Why is that a then but statement? But...
300.
I think I was saying that, like, it's not famous for any amount of water it moves.
Just for the sea it pours into.
That doesn't even matter. This for 3.
Yeah.
This famous creek meets the Monongahela at Pittsburgh to create
Kevin.
the Ohio River. Kev?
Got a lot of words there.
Can you read the part I heard again?
This famous creek meets the Monongahela at Pittsburgh to create the Ohio.
He was going to say creek.
The Massapequa.
Andy.
Incorrect. Andy?
Allegheny.
Correct. The Allegheny. And I apologize to Pittsburghians. I'm sure Monongahela is not pronounced
How
the way
dare
that
you?
I said it.
How dare you?
But beat L.A.
400.
For 4. This famous and holy creek starts in India and finishes in Bangladesh.
Mike.
Mike?
The Indus.
Incorrect. This famous and holy creek starts in India and finishes in Bangladesh.
I have a guess for no points.
We're
Bengali.
looking for the Ganges.
Ah.
The board, I believe, is Mike's.
No, it's mine.
It's Andy's.
500.
A daily double.
What are the scores?
We've got Kevin with 1,500, Andy with 2,200, and Mike with 2,600.
Let's go 400. Or 500.
Bold. Banked on either side by capital cities Kinshasa and Brazzaville, this famous creek lent its name to both of those countries.
Excuse me? What was the names of the capitals?
Banked on either side by capital cities Kinshasa and Brazzaville, this famous creek lent its name to both countries.
Hey, Andy, what continent are we in?
What hemisphere?
Which planet?
I'm
It's
just going to guess. The Euphrates?
Incorrect. This honestly isn't that hard. Maybe it's the way it's like I read it.
Wait,
It honestly isn't that
Mike,
hard.
do you have a guess?
I'm going to guess South America.
For the continent?
Continent.
Oh, I would have guessed Africa.
I would have guessed Africa too. But
I
Congo,
think-
maybe?
It's the Congo.
Okay.
What country is what two countries are named after one river?
Dude,
I didn't know there was more than one country named after the Congo.
The Democratic Republic of the Congo and the Republic of the Congo.
there could be
Those
a,
are different.
a tiny river
One's Democratic.
called Guyana.
Don't you know your Central African geopolitical
Hey,
No.
you knew it was Central African. Good job.
Don't come up with KD categories for him.
No one needs to do that for us.
So just to
Central
be,
African geography.
just to
Okay,
be clear,
wait.
Andy's losing 500 points.
Okay, time out. I need
Kevin
paper
spilled pickle juice on him.
All right, time in.
I just lost points. That's
You
what
did.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
And
500.
it's still your board.
Famous creeks for 600.
The decisive battle of Stalingrad was fought along the banks of this Russian river.
Kevin?
Kevin,
The Volga?
that's correct.
See, I was really hoping. Okay,
You got to be
before
real careful with how you pronounce certain words. You
yes, the famous.
don't want to be vulgar.
Yeah,
Oh.
So I thought you were saying that I pronounced something wrong. I was
No.
like, did I say like Stalingrad?
so I was really hoping there was like
that would be awful.
like a one-off that wasn't a river, and I was hoping the answer was Nickel Creek for a famous creek.
So what I
I
wanted,
never hope that.
but
what I wanted to do, I was hoping that there was some famous chief of the Creek tribe that I could throw
what?
in here.
The Creek Indians?
Yeah.
Where are they?
They were in North America?
Where?
Northern Hemisphere.
North America.
Where in North America were they?
You know.
We don't lay claim to specific lands inside North America.
Famous peaks for 100.
Famous peaks.
Don't even let Katie finish the story about it.
Oh, was he telling a story?
No, that was, no.
I really wanted a story about the Creek Indians or the chief of the Creek Indians.
Yeah, no, there just were no famous ones.
okay.
That's all.
Oh. Okay, famous peaks.
For one.
100.
This alpine peak has a namesake ride at Disneyland.
Andy,
Andy.
Matterhorn.
Correct.
200.
This famous peak blew its top in 1980.
Andy.
Andy?
Mount St. Helens.
Correct.
300.
Correct.
This European peak famously destroyed the city of Pompeii in 79. Kevin.
Mike.
Vesuvius.
Correct. So I think we all thought that Mike was saying that no, I got in first. And I was like, dude, I didn't hear you at all.
No. 400.
This is the native name of the U.S.'s tallest peak,
Mike.
Mount McKinley. Mike.
Denali.
Correct.
Wow, that was really energetic, Mike.
You were
500.
Like, you were like upset.
It's named for an assassinated? No. Just
President.
president who died early.
No, he was assassinated.
He was assassinated?
Definitely. 1901.
Oh, we're doing 5?
Yeah.
According to Google, this is the tallest single freestanding mountain in the world. It's Africa's
Kevin.
tallest.
Kilimanjaro.
Correct.
Got the exact
You got
part that
a
you
lot
needed.
of words after you
No,
buzzed in.
but I knew I was going to say it anyway, even if he didn't get any more words out right then. 600.
For 6. This is the second tallest mountain in the world.
I have how many? What's the point?
I love mid-question score updates.
Andy 2000. Kev in 2900. Mike 3000.
Wow.
You need it more than we do.
Don't do it, Andy. Do it.
Okay.
I want you to do it.
Okay, fair. I want it. Okay.
Mer, mer, mer.
Can I guess for no points?
Same.
K2,
That's what I was
whatever
gonna
that
guess.
is.
It's K2.
Well, you told me not to guess.
That wasn't in my top 2.
What is? Does it have a different name?
No. Not
It's
that
just called K2.
There's a very long, like Nepalese name that I couldn't pronounce, but there wasn't.
So
an
no, it
English-
doesn't have another name.
Yeah, there wasn't an English name that I ran across.
Where's K1?
I have no idea.
Stinking it up on the Cardinals.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, let's get a score update. Even though you just did it.
All right, score update is the same as what I just read. Andy with 2600, Kevin with 2900, Mike with 3000.
Okay, your category for Final Jeopardy
No, Andy doesn't have 2,600. You're misreading your
I
handwriting.
am misreading my handwriting. He has 2,000.
I liked it better when I had 26.
No, it's not the same as what I just read.
Hand me the board behind you.
All right, your category for Final Jeopardy is fun facts I learned about mountains while researching this episode.
Wouldn't this be fun fact?
You're right. It's a fun fact.
Yeah, but it's the category. So it comes from the category of fun facts. So it's going to be one question from that category.
There could be more future Final Jeopardies from this.
Or just other things he obtained.
Can you tell us how gettable this one is?
Like if you had to rate it on a scale of 0 to 3,000.
I'd say that you've got.
But he doesn't know. He's him.
But, yeah. Katie's view is skewed at this.
No,
Well, my dad and I got it, so
Yeah.
no. I didn't test it on my dad.
because I knew he would get it.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to give you any information.
If it's fun facts that he learned, chances are we don't know it.
Agreed.
Katie should already know it.
Okay, I will give you this piece of information. You might be able to guess it.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
That is the goal.
Okay, here is your Final Jeopardy clue. We always delete that.
But have you seen everybody else's
Yeah.
wagers? Oh.
Okay. I'm good. I'm fine. Yes, let's proceed.
What did you do?
Nothing. Just keep
long
going.
story.
Keep going. Keep go.
My friends are dying.
Come now.
Oh.
They're all turning red. My friends. Andy's crying.
I'm ready.
Are we okay?
All right, Katie, you got everyone's wages?
You all right?
Don't-
You all right, Andy? How's that?
Don't do
How's it
anything.
hanging?
Can we just pickle this up where we left off?
All right.
Okay, go.
Fun facts I learned about mountains. Everest's claim to be the tallest mountain in the world is contested. Some say that Mauna Kea in Hawaii is the world's tallest mountain because its base is actually at the bottom of the sea.
True.
However, another mountain lays claim to be the point furthest away from the center of the Earth. What continent is that mountain on?
I roll.
What? Can you repeat it?
Yeah,
Center of the Earth?
correct.
Is
What defines center?
The center of the
Of-
orb. Of
is-
the orb.
Is it?
The sphere?
Yeah.
Isn't?
So like inside.
Inside the Earth. Yes.
Wait, can you please reread the question?
Everest's claim to be the tallest mountain in the world is contested. Some say that Mauna Kea in Hawaii is the tallest mountain because its base is actually at the bottom of the sea. However, another mountain lays claim to be the point furthest away from the center of the Earth. What continent is that mountain on?
Now, the mountain itself is laying its claim? It
Yeah.
isn't?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay. I've got to guess. It's probably wrong.
Did I do you well in saying that you may be able to guess it?
I mean, it's a 1 in 7 chance, right?
It is.
Okay.
Waiting on Kev.
I had one answer and then I changed it to something else.
Okay. We'll start with Andy. Reveal first. Andy wagered all of his 2,000 points, and he says Antarctica. And then after that, points-wise, I believe, is Kev.
I had Antarctica and then I wrote South America.
Kev wagered 1,203 points and wrote South America. And Mike wagered 1 point and wrote Antarctica. The winner of this episode is Kevin.
Yes.
South America is correct. So you both said Antarctica because you're thinking the poles are farther away from the center, right?
They can't be.
No,
If it's a sphere.
It's the equator that's the sea level portion that's furthest away.
Why? Is it
It's-
oblong?
Yeah, it's fatter in the middle than it is at the top.
A sphere?
So it's like
It's
somebody.
not a perfect sphere.
So it's like you take a tennis ball and you push down on it a little bit, and that's
Yeah.
the Earth.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Actually, well, I was told that if you shrunk the Earth to the size of a cue ball, it would be rounder than the cue ball, which I still believe, because if you blew up a cue ball to the size of the Earth, it would probably be pretty unround.
Yeah.
Cue ball is what they called me in college.
Nice.
That's what they still call you.
The planet is pudgier at the equator than the poles, than by about 70,000 feet. This is per NASA.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a ton.
This is due to the
Actually, that's-
centrifugal force created by the
Centrifugal.
Earth's...
That's 35 tons.
No, it's centrifugal.
No.
Andy says in a very uppity way and then laughs at himself.
Would you guys agree that that is kind of a fun fact?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. That for once, I would agree.
It's weird. Kev starts agreeing with me after he wins.
That's right. That's how it goes. If you want me to agree with you, you will let me win.
So final scores are
Yeah, I've got here Andy with Mike with 29.99 and Kevin with 41.03. Are you trying to come up with the weirdest winning score?
Well, see, here's the thing.
here's the thing.
I had 29. I thought I had 2,800. Okay. So that's one thing. But then also another thing is I wanted to make sure that even if Andy doubled his score and I got it right, that I would be in front of him. So I thought I had 2,800. So I wanted to be 1 point in front of him. So I was going to go with 1201. But then I was like, maybe Mike's going to do that. But then maybe Mike's also going to think that I'm going to do that. So if you were going to go to the 02 level, I was going to go to the 03 level. This one goes to 11, though, so just tune in for that.
But not to 50.
Not to 50. Stop saying that.
That's got to be our most referenced movie.
It's going to be the most referenced movie. Ooh.
No.
I don't know. It's a good question. Write us if you know.
Turns out you don't need one.
Also a great movie. Cool. Well, thank you, KD. Yeah, no, I don't mean that.
Yeah, no.
Come on, you guys did really well. That was like a very dramatic episode.
It was
Andy,
dramatic.
Andy, you did well. 0 points. How do you feel
Hey.
about that?
Andy,
improvement over
Andy
last
had
time.
2,000. Like, that's a pretty good.
That is a pretty good Andy score.
dominated
Andy had
it.
2,200 at one point.
Yeah. And he missed
Well, I
the
would've-
daily, and he missed the daily double.
And I would have gotten it right if Katie wouldn't have told me not to guess. I was like, oh, no, don't do it. It's going to be some obscure name that you won't know. Meanwhile, I'm about to
K2
guess
is an
K2.
obscure name.
I mean,
We've
you,
all
you should know.
heard of it.
What was that?
Kev broke.
if KD thinks you should have heard of it, you shouldn't have. And if KD thinks you shouldn't
Oh.
have heard of it, you should have.
I didn't have my legend in front of me.
Yeah, the KD rules.
Katie does rule.
See all these questions and see Berenstain Bears. All right, so thank you, KD. Thank you, listeners, for listening. We appreciate you guys. Remember, you can get involved with the show by going to support us on Patreon, the Guest Room Podcast. Also, you can email us at theguestroom.podcast@gmail.com. You can get some great merch at our Patreon site. You can also rate us on your podcast app, so we really would appreciate that.
We covet it.
Yeah, covet. And
In the most righteous way possible.
if you do it on 2 apps,
Righteous.
thank you, Crush, we would appreciate you doubly. Right?
I believe we would.
Yeah. So go ahead and do that.
I think it's exponential.
Thank you very much for your ears. We pray. We hope that you would lend them to us next time. And as always, farewell.